Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for coming for this program. You can see some new faces. Everyone coming for the first time, right?
Yeah, first time.
So now we keep on coming and we inspire us, with hearing.
Yeah, whenever I'm around, I will definitely try to make it.
Exactly. Start with a question. How many of you think that you are mature? How many of you think that you are mature?
Well, I do think so. I am. What final question?
Right. Just want to share, we all think sometimes that we are matured and sometimes we think that we are not matured. So some of the characteristics, like what the mature people do, is something, you'll find a lot of things what definitely mature people will be doing. And one important thing what we can always notice is that mature people always talk about ideas. They don't talk about people. For example, if somebody talks about an idea or a suggestion, they will be concentrating on that suggestion or on that idea. They will not be criticizing the person as such. So we can now start to check that. Are we doing that? In any places, are we able to do that in that way? Number one. Number two, mature people always take a responsibility. They give always less number of complaints. You'll always see that people will have complaints. They keep on complaining for everything. So mature people will always fight this mature. They will take responsibility. What else? You can think of anything. Anybody want to share anything of showing maturity?
They give valuable advice,
Okay.
and they without even asking, they may voluntarily help.
Okay.
Always, helping others and also learning from others.
Learning from others. So they always find an opportunity to become better. Anything else?
Acceptance of failure.
Yes. They always try to learn from the failures. Anything else?
They are polite, compassionate.
They are polite. I just want to put in a different word. They show always humility,
Right.
isn't it? But sometimes we may just mix it up with politeness, yes, but humility is not submission. It's always we keep our thoughts, our individuality, but at the same time we show that we are acceptable to others as well. So these are all very important points as far as a person becoming more and more mature. Now, coming to the session of what we are doing, we are all here for becoming better, mature people, for whatever we are doing. And this helps us. In one way, we have discussed that, yes, we are learning. Mature people are always learning. So this session helps us to learn so many things. And one of that is how we are going to speak confidently in front of people. So this is one session that is what is going to help us in those things. We got inspired from Toastmasters. You all must be knowing what Toastmasters, the body which is doing these things. So we have borrowed so many things what they are doing, which will help us to understand these things better and become better percentages.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I always had a fear of speaking in public,
During last session, I decided this is a platform I used to break the shackles, so I decided to start with the word of the day. And the word of the day for me is armamentarium. The meaning of the word is that the sources available to achieve your purpose. And I use this word because after working in a couple of companies in UAE, I thought Datco is a company where people get almost all kind of resources to achieve the purpose. So this is the word of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Armamentarium. I have not heard that word. Thank you for bringing that word. What is the meaning once again?
The available of the resources to achieve your purpose.
Availability of the resources to achieve whatever is your purpose. Is it clear? Okay, so can we make any sentence? Anybody want to come and volunteer to make a sentence out of it? Just to keep that word for some time in our mind. You have a very good example.
For a child,
Yes, please.
Can I speak?
Please.
Any company cannot succeed unless it has the right armamentarium.
Very good.
Library is an ornamentarium.
Yes.
for a child, the child's parents provide him the armamentarium for all his success.
Success. Anyone else want to try something? Yes. Very good. Now we have quote of the day for today. Hubert is coming with the quote of the day. Please give Hubert a big hand.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Hubert. I'm from HR. I'm doing the quote of the day for today. Initially, there was one lady who was supposed to do the quote of the day, but on the last minute, she had to back out. She had some things that she had to sort out. That's why you're seeing me. You might get confused because in my invite emails, I mentioned someone else. Anyway, that's why I'm here. So the quote of the day that I picked today is, to have faith is to trust yourself to the water. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water because if you do, you will sink and drown. Instead, you relax and float, like Mr. Alan Watts. Now, Alan Watts is a British writer, speaker, and philosopher. And this is a quote that when I searched on Google about the top 10 quotes by Alan Watts, this came up as one of the top 10 from Mr. Alan Watts. I think this quote appealed to me because a few minutes ago, when I was upstairs, I saw Mr. Sam. He was actually preparing something. So I knew he was going to do a prepared speech. So I was there upstairs and I saw him, and he was bringing some papers, and I thought it best that I leave him alone and do his preparations on his own. So it gave me an idea about preparations. And this quote came to me because preparations is very important when you're doing public speaking. Now, I'm not saying that if you have already made a preparation, okay, do not overthink too much on things. Like the quote says, have faith. Alright? If you already practiced for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe every day at least, and you're about to deliver your presentation, do not overstress and think too much about the presentation itself. Have faith. Believe in the effort that you did with your practice, and do not struggle. Oftentimes when we do preparations, we tend to overthink things like, am I saying the right words? Was this what I practiced? And we get confused, and in the end, we do a terrible performance. And I think it's very critical that we realize that once we've done our preparations, it's now time to relax. Do not struggle. Like water, like Mr. Alan says, do not struggle. Just float, relax, and let all the preparations come in when it's time for you to do your presentations. So when you feel under stress, and you think you've already made preparations, on the day itself, try to relax. Let all things happen. And I'm pretty sure things will happen the way you expect, and if not, at least you will learn something from it. Right? And I still have one point to say about this. Relaxing and then flotation. I think every now and then it's important that everyone should try to, at least in a day, find some time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to sit down in a quiet corner and just relax, free yourself of your stress, and then focus on what you need to do. So that is my quote for the day. I hope that this quotation will be of use to you in the coming days, and thank you very much.
When we talk about having trust, I would say, in our context, I would say this is more important, when you put this, like when we work with a company, what trust we have with the company, and what is the trust the company is having with us. Once that trust is there, we see we are sailing very easy. We don't have any problem at all. Nobody is coming and looking at what we are doing. We trust so much with the company, so we don't have any issues, and we know that we are being trusted by the company, and we trust the company. So that is another very vivid example what I can see with our organization. Very good. Thank you for that. Now let us move on to the prepared speeches. Sam has agreed for the first speech for today. Please give a big hand to Sam.
Good afternoon, friends.
Good afternoon.
After a few skips, I'm really here to give a speech.
Finally.
Finally, I'm going to give a speech. Thanks to Mr. Huber for chasing me down and giving me this opportunity. Just kidding. You are constantly following up with the people. It is not right. Otherwise, we won't agree for giving a speech. From childhood, I had a stage fear, and still I'm having it. I'm nervous. Here. Just a second. See, for me too, this speech is more or less like an icebreaker.
True.
Yeah. So, being graduated for long years before, and having more experience in this market, still I have not given any speech, not even to one-to-one. Yeah. So, once again, thank you, Mr. Guru, for this opportunity. And to move on, today I am going to share a story which I read recently and which I liked it very much. And this story is called as The Wall. As many stories go, my story also starts with long ago, so long ago, there lived a farmer in a small town. And one day the farmer fell ill, and he was in his deathbed. At that time, he has called his three sons, namely Ramu, Somu, and Bantu. He called up and he shared his 50 acres of land to Ramu and Somu. And to Bantu, he has given only one 10-feet wall. And Bantu was really upset because of the asset what he got from his father. Bantu visited a Swamiji who lived nearby his village. He went there and he asked Swamiji, my father, what he did was unfair and he has given me a 10-feet wall and what I could do with this, and this is really useless, I'm going to destroy it. And then Swamiji said, Bantu, it is not like that. Everything in this world has a purpose and you look for the purpose. And by saying this, then Bantu asked Swamiji whether is there any advice from you where I can utilize this wall for myself and for the people. So then Swamiji said, like, you paint the wall white You go around the village, collect all the newses and you put on the wall. And slowly people will get to know what is happening in the city. So as advised by Swamiji, Bantu did that, and slowly the wall got attention of all the people in the village. Not immediate, very slowly and gradually it got all the attention of the people in the village. And with this, Bantu got surprised, okay, with this wall we can do this, and what benefit he is getting from the wall. He was not getting actually any benefit out of it. Then he again went to Swamiji and he said like, Swamiji, what is the benefit? Okay, people are benefited with the news, all those things, but what is the benefit I am having? Then Swamiji said, okay, now this has been an attraction to people. You go to all the traders in the small town and you try to gather as much of information about their products, all those things. You tell them, you negotiate a deal, you make a deal. As advised by Swamiji, he went to all merchants in the town and saying that he will display their products or he will write good about their products, all these things and it will come to the notice of the people and people will show interest in buying their product. And it was a huge hit. He went to the traders and traders started sharing all their advertisements, all those things with Bantu, and Bantu was paid heavily for those things. And Bantu started earning more and he wanted to be a richest in the town. So again he went to Swamiji and he said, Swamiji, I want to become the richest in the town, so what is your advice for this? Then Swamiji said, like, you divide the wall into three. One portion you make news, one portion you make it for advertisement, and the other portion you make it into small portions and give it to the people who are paying you more for putting their own things in that. So as advised by Swamiji, he did the same thing. And for the small portions, the individual portions, people started paying more and more money. Empty money they paid, and that portions was used for abusing others or criticizing other products, all these things. And slowly this has become a big trouble because one will say about bad about other people, the gossips, all those things. And slowly the wall became the very bad place or the very filth in the town. And due to which lot of disputes arise. And this was got into the notice of the king who was ruling, and why there were a lot of this kind of situations, and there was no peace in the town. What is the reason? And they said like because of this wall and because of Bantu, all these things are happening. And the king called the Bantu and the probe was kept. And very soon the Bantu was behind the bars and the wall was destroyed. So that is how the story ends. So here the wall, which I was representing was the media. The media, whatever they can do all good things, but still they get money, all those things and put all the bad things, whatever people pay for has been telecasted out there. And the king is the government, so which takes all these kind of decisions and trying to keep the harmony with the people. And Bantu is the conscience of the people. So our conscience will keep saying what to do and what not to do. And as a people, we too have a responsibility in what we share on the social media. So that is how the story ends. And this is what the conclusion I want to give it to today's. So that's all.
Thank you, sir, for that very inspirational story. How we can use the resources in a good way and in a bad way, and how we can change that. It was really inspirational. You really did break the ice. Very good. We need to continue this. Let us move on to our next speaker, Minhas. Please give a big hand to Minhas.
Hi, good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon.
I must say that I'm in a very bad position right now because Sam just told what I was exactly about. I'm feeling the rough on the same website.
Same story,
Same thing. So, meanwhile I thought I'd share another story, something like similar. This story, I'm sure everyone might have heard also before. It's a story about a frog. It's called as a frog in a hot water experiment. I'm sure everyone knows that this frog has the ability to change its skin temperature according to the temperature around it. Okay, so in an experiment, what the scientist did is, he kept the frog in boiling water. Okay, and as the water starts boiling, the frog is not jumping out because it knows that its body can, change its temperature and become compatible with the temperature of the water. So the water starts boiling, and finally it reaches the boiling stage, like the bubbles are coming out, and finally the frog dies because it could no longer increase its temperature beyond a certain point. Now this particular story has a very important meaning in our real life also. We get chances for success or improving every once in a while, but it depends on us how fast we react on it. Like once we get a chance, many chances will not come often. So once we get a chance, it is necessary that we act upon it. We should have confidence, hard work, and ensure that success happens. I'm sure you all have heard the phrase by Paulo Coelho written in Alchemist that when you want something very badly, the entire universe conspires in helping you achieve it. It means like if you get a chance and if you want something very badly and if you put the hard work on it, the entire universe will help you in achieving it. So that's it. Thank you.
Instant story creator. Well said, well said. When you said that point, when you really want to make something happen, the whole universe will be with you. Perhaps, I don't know how many of you have gone through our company planner. On top of each page, there is a writing. I don't know how many of you have gone through those things as well. And most of those quotes has been hired from Brian Tracy. And you will see all those things. Like how this person said, it's in a different way, Brian Tracy has said that. If you really feel that something what you want to achieve, all the surroundings will change in such a way that you will achieve it. It's a power. It's a power what is being attracted by our mind to go out and make everything possible. Every successful people, they all know this, that the success, what they want, what they wish in their mind, that comes out. Okay. Thank you, Minhas, again for that.
Here I would like to insert for
yes.
For the same thing I was thinking of preparing.
Definitely.
Yeah. It was about positive thinking and how the belief system. But it was.
It's all coincidence. Like we come to know all those things.
There is a very nice book, The Secret.
Okay.
It talks about something, law of attraction, and what you actually want to achieve. And if you start thinking about it, you will get it.
You will get it.
Yeah, you can. So it was a very nice book. I've read it long back. So I think anybody would like to actually develop that.
Yeah, sure.
I've read it once, but you need to read it many times to actually achieve it.
Believe and keep thinking on it.
And everything is possible. That's all there. Let us move on to the table topics now. Anuradha is here. Well, there are a lot of papers there. I don't know what she is going to say today. So please let us welcome Anuradha.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So I am here to present table topics as Sir said, Sir just announced. Before we were doing table topics like some topic will be taken up front and each one of us will be presenting their thoughts on that particular topic. So a little addition to that, today what we are doing in table topics is we will be formed teams of 2 and there will be one cheat among those 2, and in that cheat there is a small you can say product, or it is a small thing on which you have to think creatively and present that particular product here in 2 minutes. So teams will be formed in 2, 5 minutes will be given to all, and you just discuss on that and add your creativity, present it for minimum 30 seconds or up to 2 minutes. It is up to you how much you prepare. So to give you better understanding, me and Sam will give you one demonstration first, and then we will distribute chips.
So let's say now.
So my sheet is here. Actually, I took it to demonstrate it to you all. So our product is
Hairpin.
So you will get such small things.
Hairpin it is. So
Hairpin.
yeah, we are going to show how the hairpin can be promoted. Small creativity. So now let us assume that we both are watching a film. We are in a theater watching a film.
So Sam's film is very nice, right?
Yeah, this is really good. Yeah.
But
So-
we think we should have something to eat as well. I'm hungry.
Okay, you take the chips packet.
Yeah, okay, that will be
So yeah. So just let me try to open it. Oh my God, I couldn't able to open.
Oh, this is very
yeah.
thick, right? We will just take a hairpin and you can play with
Yeah, right,
Please.
okay.
Yeah. Wow.
So with this hairpin, I'm just opening the chips packet. Yeah, so here it's a kind of promotion what we are doing here. Yeah. So yeah, then having chips. Yeah, we are having chips.
The spin is very useful that we can use it for piercing. Oh, very nice because we could not open, I could not eat. I must have been hungry so long.
I think it should be a very strong spin.
Thanks to this spin.
Which brand it is?
It is my favorite.
So the film is over. Now we are going home.
And the packet is half filled. So what?
So it should not
how
get
we carry?
spilled out. So we want to close the packet. So again we are using the same hairpin to close it up.
I will just
hold
close
it.
it up and just pin it up.
Yeah.
So that it
So-
will not spill out.
So the same pin can be used for opening, same pin can be used for closing as well.
Very useful pin, right?
Yeah.
So this thing
So this is how,
film is over now. It is very late in the evening. Just go home and take rest. So
Right,
we are
okay, so
going to
we're
home
going
now.
home.
We're
Yeah.
just driving and coming back to our door.
So we are trying to open the door. So
Yeah,
it is not
see?
opening. No, I got the
Oh
key.
my God! You don't have key. What we will do now? Oh, I have a pin.
Please. So the door is
Just
open.
open the door.
Yeah.
So
So
this
this
is
pen
a-
is multi-pin.
Multi-purpose useful
Happy.
pin. Just buy it and use it. Thank you. So you have to add some creativity. We did it like maybe not presented well, yeah, but you have to come up with some act on that which will be very short and it will promote that particular product. So yeah.
So do we need to say what we picked already, or
No, you have to
wish we had more props, no? Alright, so this is gonna sound like a commercial. Similarly how Sam and Anuradha has presented it. So the object or the topic that we picked was a tie. Tie. Necktie.
May I come in, sir?
Yes, of course, please come in.
Thank you.
I'm the HR manager and Mr. Mohammed is applied. Hi, Mohammed,
Okay.
please have a seat. So, you're here to apply for a job.
Yeah, sir.
Tell me more about yourself.
Previously, I have 2 years experience in Dubai already.
Sounds good, yeah, very good.
So,
And-
in the same field, like what the company is doing now, here, the same field I have been working for 2 years.
Wow, do you think you can do the job well?
Yeah, definitely I can.
All right, okay.
So, are you gonna hire me, sir?
When you want to start?
Yeah. Maybe in a week time, I'll be possible like that.
I think you've done a good job in the interview. You answered the questions, all the right
Thank you,
questions,
thank you,
answers,
thank you.
and you seem like a pleasant guy.
Thank you.
But I'm sorry, I'm not gonna hire you.
What's the?
Because you don't have a tie. It's important for every people to come on formal occasions to become presentable, and unfortunately, your lousy dress, I'm afraid, is not going to work for us. So there you go, gentlemen, ladies. A tie is very important. If you are going to attend a very important, you're going to meet a very important person, going to attend a very formal function, it's always important that you impress and you wear a tie.
And there is a universal fact like 75% of this world is visuals. they see things through visuals, they remember things, they do things through visuals. So 75% likes the outfit which comes with the time in the in the world we are going forward. So always wear our ties which makes you more comfort and be successful.
To become more successful, try our tie. Thank you very much.
This one. No, that's fine. Okay.
Professor said.
So this is paperweight, okay, and he's the professor and I'm the student.
You know how I can lecture anyways. Whoever has got lectures from here.
Yeah. So I think
Paperweight is our object. We'll have to introduce that. It's a multi-purpose paperweight. You have to assume that it's made of a soft ball, like a soft ball, which the professor, students being naughty, and I get very stressed up, so I kind of use this to get the stress relief. And because it is so soft, I'm also able to use my discretion to look at people go to sleep because they're not necessarily interested in the lecture, so that's another use. And I also get to play with my son when I go back home, throwing at each other. And there's a lot of multi-purpose paperweight that I saw. And finally, I think it has to be kept on paper for that to prove that it is indeed a paper. Thank you.
and this is a multi-purpose as we just discussed, and made by engineers, special engineers from Dadko Tenet.
Right behind the table.
Yeah. So we should all use more and more such products which are handy and useful and not multi-purpose, and so that others don't get hurt also. Yeah.
Content, direction.
Executed.
Do we say what we have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's a wristwatch for us. Fortunately, I'm not wearing one and he's wearing one.
He has to.
Okay, so I'll be just really like a normal person, like not that. Not like a gentleman with fully, what I can say, with all the gadgets and all things. So she'll be like the latest technology, like how people be using phones and how gadgets related to it. This scenario is like we are standing in a bus stand and I'll just be waiting for the bus and she'll come. So here's the story, how it starts.
Okay. Oh no. Oh my god, why are you not open? A meeting. Time is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Can I just ask what time is it?
It's 3:45.
What?
3:45.
Oh, where did you buy your lunch? That looks so nice as well.
Okay, I bought it from the mall beside the road. So, how come? What happened? Your phone is not working?
My phone has died actually, so I use it as my clock. So now I have no sense of time at all.
Okay, so see, you can know the importance of watch. Like, this is about the watch. What we want to say, like, watch. These days, people are dependent on the gadgets, mobiles. So it might die anytime. It might fall down, break, or it might get switched off any moment, or it might fall into water and get damaged. But watch is like
Is it a waterproof watch?
this is a waterproof watch. So please, people don't stop using watch. So it is always useful wherever you be. Anything might happen to your gadgets anytime it might fall, but watches are really useful for you.
So
Okay.
like,
Since I said the analog watch now, she's going to say the digital version of watch.
those are Apple Watch and smartwatch. So not just the normal watch. So we could have both. So if you have the smartwatch like Apple Watch or something else by Samsung, no promotion.
Because some of this would be very helpful. So now there's technology where it analyzes your blood pressure, your heartbeat. So if anything, like emergency, like within your body that you don't normally notice, but the but the smartwatch would be able to notice, then that's gonna be very helpful. As well as if you connect it to your phone, it would notify like some contact person or like speed dial anyone. Like if you're having a heart attack, perhaps definitely it would be very useful as well. That's all.
Our company has good work. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so our product for today is Fevicol.
We both will be fishing near pond. First.
You are not fishing.
First question.
Oh,
Such a small one.
it's a bottle.
Hey brother, what are you doing? You watch me.
Yeah.
Take a stick, put our Fevicol. Take a stick, put Fevicol, put it in water. Yes. Look at the fishes. Oh my god. This is our world famous Fevicol.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Great meet.
We might not be very well prepared for this, but we'll give it a try. So topic given was umbrella. So we'll be basically enacting a scenario where I compare my product with his conventional umbrella. So situation is it's raining. Okay. So my umbrella and this is my car. So I'm going inside my car. Okay. I open my umbrella inwards. So this is a new technology. And he is having the old umbrella. Mister, can you do this in your umbrella?
Yeah. No.
No, you cannot. My umbrella can do it. Okay? This is first scenario. Second, I'll be walking. Phone in one hand and my umbrella has a cup holder. Okay? So I put the cup, phone, walking, looking, having fun. Mister, does your umbrella have
No.
this? How do you drink coffee while you're working?
I don't drink coffee.
My umbrella is better. So this is what we want to do. So basically, I compared this product with mine. Mine is much more innovative. Maybe it will help in marketing. Thank you so much. It's very innovative. Please give a big hand to. I've never seen such a product. Now see, this is what is happening. When we grow. And you know what else has happened in this room? Because of this program, a lot of energy has come, right? People were discussing, throwing light here and there, and so many things came in. And you did bring everything. You didn't have a problem. You want to talk, come here and talk, you never had a problem. Now this is what we expect from this program. How we all develop. We break all the barriers. How we can talk to people. How we build that confidence. Okay, now from in front of everyone, you could all come and talk. So this is something what we are achieving with this program. So with this, we are coming to an end of this program. We don't have a debate topic in this point of time. So we now have an evaluation for this. So I would invite Hubert to do an evaluation for this. Perhaps after that CVN can give maybe words, just a couple of words. You just want to inspire us with something and you can do that.
Alright, evaluations. Gentlemen, ladies, thank you very much. I enjoyed today's session really very, very much. So let's go to the word of the day, Mr. Kuzema. Armanitarium. Very, very difficult word. I always encourage people to come up with very difficult word, but I think this is just too. can't imagine how I can use this every day, but that's the point of the word of the day. It's to challenge us, try to figure out what other words out there. There are millions, I tell you. So I'm happy that at least I heard this word today, and your delivery, it was good. In fact, if you go through our evaluation or the sheet that I sent about public speaking, for a word of the day, it's 1 minute. But please, if you can try to extend it a little further, try. If you can at least tell us what the root word is, what is the etymology of the word, where did it come from, is it a verb, what is it synonymous with? Because when I was thinking of maybe doing the round robin, I really can't think of any other word similar to this word. So any other thoughts perhaps that you can add to the word that can help recall? That would be a good thing. But presentation-wise, I think you did a very good job. Perhaps one other thing that you can improve on is try to make sure that you do an introduction whenever you're coming up on stage or coming up to a set of people. Introduce yourself. My name is Jose Ma. I'm with the Maritime and Energy team, and I'm new to the board. So not too formal, but just a little bit of introduction. So very good job, Mr. Kudema. Code of the day, okay, I'll skip that because I did my part. I did terribly, I can honestly say that. But anyway, let's move on to the prepared speech. Mr. Sam, very brave. Mr. Sam, if you've met Sam, in fact, he joined us in our first public speaking. He's a very vocal person. It's like when you talk to him, he's very friendly and he's an easy guy to talk with. So I thought that, all right, Sam will kill this prepared speech. But then when he came here, I saw a different Sam. And what I liked about Sam's presentation was his genuineness. I think that's always very important when you're doing speeches. Be your true self. So if you feel you need a little bit more time to think about what you need to say, then by all means do so. All right? Don't be afraid. Take your time. Pause. And then go and deliver your speech. So, did you feel nervous when you were standing here? Not really. So I guess that was an effect that you were trying to show us, right? Yeah, a very good effect, I have to say. So I'm very happy that that at least made an impact to me. And what I really enjoyed about this presentation was his sincerity. I wish all of the other presenters will also move away from their topic and try to give a little bit of themselves. Try to really say who you are. That way, at least after the presentation, if you don't remember at least the story or the speech, you will at least remember the person. Thank you very much, Sam. Appreciate it. Very good.
Nice to be here after a long time. I think maybe
yes.
1.5 years. Also, we had a gap in between.
We had a gap also in between.
Interest, at least 2% of the company is here. That there is a learning culture in the company. Your ability to influence your next door comrade is how this can become bigger and better. Somebody said public speaking is. I have not even done one-to-one public speaking. We are doing all of them. Every time you meet a customer, it's one-to-one public speaking. You meet a supplier, it is one-to-one public speaking. It's just that sometimes any topic, the moment we become conscious that we are being judged, there are some social norms about how to behave. This guy has this title COO, so he must actually be speaking very well. Maybe no. It doesn't have to do anything with it's entirely internally generated inhibitions about public speaking. Even Vizema was telling a couple of times that I am not so good in public speaking. So Raghavan was mentioning I am not prepared yet, so maybe it is not the right person. Quit that thought. Just say that engineers are not supposed to be very creative. That's the perception. We are so creative. Most of our engineering went away and we work the creativity issue, and like Santosh pointed out, the energy became different. Until then it was fairly cold, get up, please speak, give him a big hand. Everything was like kind of mechanical. After that, the energy was so different. So encourage people to be part. Because this is a way we talked about how the universe is conspiring for our success. This is the universe. As far as our public speaking is concerned, this is the universe. So here we can conspire for other people's success. As a way of We are talking about maturity. What is maturity about? It is more about others than myself. You said about helping others and looking for learning from others. All of it is about others. So bring higher level of participation here so that this becomes a very valuable and professional learning and give that weightage for it, that this is where we need to perform, learn. So use it that way and encourage more. So that would be my word of advice. So that's the lecture. Thank you.
Thank you for participating on this. Once again, thank you for participating.
This is quite an effort to get so many people in so that way definitely.
When Sylvia was mentioning that, I'm forcing Sylvia to come and talk. I mean, why I did it, definitely it was purposefully. Because you can get lost of some of your inhibitions, like, okay, you can talk to him and he can also communicate with you. So it's a place like, we all relieve our tensions, whatever we are. Otherwise, we normally, it's a meeting, how can I talk? So normally we meet in that context. And again, you will have so many other tensions. So this is a place, we don't have any of such things. We can speak any clutter, or any issues. We will definitely all will become better. So let us keep continuing this. Get your colleagues also to this platform. And this is going to definitely help them. You will know, each of you who are coming here regularly, you will know that. In about 6 months' time, how you become much better when you are going to present one-to-one, or you want to speak in a public, wherever, in your home function, where you want to speak something with your relatives, friends, wherever you will find that you have built up confidence, you can do that. Okay. So thank you once again. Until next time, bye.
Yeah. Where does the discomfort feel? Where does it feel? Which part of your body is uncomfortable when you want public speaking?
My mouth turns dry. That's
Yes, also. Suddenly you feel hungry or some acidity here.
Yeah,
if you concentrate on that and maybe breathe in, breathe out, meditate for a while, just 1 minute, 2 minutes, thinking about put your attention there.
Voice is not coming.
All of these things, everything was working perfectly. That's all. And it is not for everyone. Even Brian Tracy used to say in America, the biggest fear is more than the fear of death is public speaking. For globally. So we are not any different. We are good. I mean, so if we are the same, at least we are normal. We are normal. I am normal. Thank you.